Picture this. A young woman fresh out of college steps into her first job at a tech startup. She's excited, she's nervous, and she's wearing a pantsuit. A pantsuit. She thought it screamed powerful woman ready to conquer the world. Turns out it screamed lost intern searching for the HR department.
Her new colleagues, mostly dudes in hoodies, glued to their screens. One of them actually asked her if she was there to fix the coffee machine.
Welcome to the world of male-dominated industries. It's a jungle out there, ladies. But fear not, because this jungle comes with a roadmap. This essay is your guide to navigating the wild terrain of industries where men outnumber women. Think of me as your trusty safari guide, except instead of khakis and binoculars, I'm armed with humor and real-life advice. Let's be real. Working in a male-dominated field can feel like walking a tightrope. You're expected to be assertive but not aggressive, confident but not cocky, and you better be able to back it all up with killer skills and a smile. It's exhausting.
And don't even get me started on the microaggressions, like when someone assumes the woman in the meeting is the note-taker, or when your ideas are ignored until a man repeats them. Been there, rolled my eyes at that.
But here's the thing, we're not here to dwell on the negatives. We're here to rise above them. This essay is about celebrating the incredible women who are already killing it in their respective fields. It's about equipping you with the tools and the mindset to break down barriers and shatter those glass ceilings. Get ready for practical advice, inspiring stories, and a whole lot of encouragement. We'll dive deep into the challenges women face, from gender bias to lack of representation, and arm you with strategies to overcome them.
You'll hear from women who have walked the walk, who have faced adversity head-on and emerged stronger. And most importantly, you'll learn to cultivate the confidence and resilience you need to thrive, not just survive, in any industry.
So buckle up, grab your notebooks, and get ready to be inspired. This is your journey to success, and I'm here to cheer you on every step of the way. Okay, ladies, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say, the men in the boardroom. Walking into a male-dominated industry can sometimes feel like you've stumbled onto the set of a beer commercial from the 80s.
It's not always that overt, but the subtle cues are there. It can feel isolating, like you're constantly on the outside looking in.
Remember that time I wore a football jersey to a writers' meeting thinking it would help me blend in?
But here's the good news. The boys' club mentality is slowly but surely changing.
Let's address the microaggressions, those subtle, often unintentional comments or actions that can make you question your sanity. Like when a male colleague interrupts you constantly in meetings, even though you're perfectly capable of finishing your own sentences, thank you very much. Or when someone assumes you're the assistant, not the CEO. Ugh, don't get me started.
These microaggressions can be infuriating, but it's important to remember that they often stem from unconscious bias, not outright malice. That doesn't make them okay, but it does mean that we can use these moments as opportunities for education. Next time someone assumes you're there to take notes, politely correct them and remind them of your actual role. When your ideas are overlooked, don't be afraid to speak up and reiterate them. Remember, you deserve to be heard. Don't let anyone dim your light or silence your voice.
So, we've talked about the challenges. Now let's talk about solutions. One of the most important skills you can develop in a male-dominated industry is the ability to speak up for yourself. This doesn't mean you have to become an aggressive, table-thumping alpha woman. Unless that's your style, then go for it. It's about finding your voice, owning your expertise, and communicating your ideas with confidence and clarity.
Start small. Practice speaking up in meetings, even if it's just to ask a clarifying question. Prepare talking points in advance so you feel more confident contributing to the discussion. And don't be afraid to disagree respectfully. Remember, your perspective matters, and the more you share it, the more confident you'll become.
All right, ladies, enough about the challenges. Let's talk inspiration. Because let's face it, nothing beats a good success story to light a fire under your stilettos. And trust me, the world is brimming with incredible women who are absolutely killing it in male-dominated industries.
Take Oprah, for instance. Talk about a woman who defied the odds. From humble beginnings to building a media empire, she's a shining example of what can be achieved with grit, determination, and a whole lot of heart. Or Reshma Saujani, the founder of Girls Who Code, who's on a mission to close the gender gap in tech. Talk about a rock star.
And hey, I'm not too shabby myself, right? I mean, creating and starring in my own TV show, breaking into the writer's room at the office. It wasn't always easy, but seeing my stories resonate with so many people made every challenge worth it.
Breaking barriers, building empires, lessons from the trailblazers. So what can we learn from these trailblazers?
First and foremost, they teach us that resilience is key. These women faced their fair share of setbacks and rejections, but they never gave up on their dreams. They dusted themselves off, learned from their mistakes, and came back stronger than ever.
They also understood the power of hard work and dedication. Success doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to put in the hours.
But as these women have proven, the rewards are well worth it. And let's not forget about the importance of self-belief. In a world that often tells women to downplay their accomplishments, these women dared to dream big and believe in their own abilities.
They didn't wait for permission or validation. They went out there and made things happen. And that, my friends, is the true definition of a boss lady.
The power of mentorship, finding your tribe. Now I know what you're thinking. That's all well and good, Mindy, but I don't have Oprah's phone number or Reshma's email address. How am I supposed to find my own success story?
Well, here's a little secret. You don't need a celebrity mentor to achieve your goals. You just need to find your tribe.
Mentorship can come from all sorts of places. A supportive colleague, a former professor, a friend who's a few steps ahead of you on her career path. The key is to find people who believe in you, who challenge you to grow, and who are willing to share their wisdom and experience.
And don't be afraid to ask for help. Most successful people are more than happy to pay it forward and help the next generation rise up.
Remember, even Oprah started somewhere, and I bet she had a few cheerleaders in her corner along the way.
Networking know-how, building your circle of support. Speaking of cheerleaders, let's talk about networking. Now I know what you're thinking. Ugh, networking. Does that mean I have to go to those awkward industry events and make small talk with strangers?
Well, yes and no. Traditional networking events can be helpful, but they're not the only way to build your circle of support.
Think outside the box. Join online communities related to your field, attend workshops and conferences, connect with people on LinkedIn, and don't forget about the power of casual coffee dates.
Remember, networking isn't just about exchanging business cards. It's about building genuine relationships with people who share your interests and passions.
You never know where these connections might lead. That friendly chat at a conference could turn into a mentorship opportunity, a freelance gig, or even a lifelong friendship.
So put yourself out there, be open to new connections, and remember to be your amazing, authentic self. Confidence, darling, it's your secret weapon. Okay, ladies, let's talk about the one quality that can make or break your success in any field, but especially in a male-dominated one: confidence.
It's not about being arrogant or cocky. It's about believing in yourself, your abilities, and your right to be at the table.
Think of confidence as your inner Beyoncé. It's that voice that tells you, "You got this, girl," even when you're feeling a little shaky. It's the energy you radiate that makes people sit up and take notice. And trust me, when you walk into a room with your head held high and a twinkle in your eye, people can't help but be drawn to your magnetism.
Now, I know what you're thinking, Mindy. You make it sound so easy. But what if I'm not naturally confident? Well, here's a little secret. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. So, how do we pump up those confidence muscles?
Fake it till you make it, and then keep faking it. Here's a little trick I learned early on in my career. Fake it till you make it. Seriously, it works.
When I first started out in the writer's room, surrounded by seasoned comedy veterans, I felt like a total imposter. But I knew I had to project an air of confidence, even if I was dying inside. So I did my research, I spoke up, even when my voice shook a little. And I never, ever let them see me sweat. Figuratively speaking, of course. Los Angeles is hot. And you know what? The more I acted confident, the more confident I became. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So, channel your inner diva. Practice your power poses in the mirror. Speak up in meetings, even if you're terrified. And remember, everyone feels imposter syndrome sometimes, even Beyoncé, probably. Celebrating your wins, you go, girl. One of the most important things you can do to boost your confidence is to celebrate your wins, big and small.
Did you nail that presentation? Pop some champagne? Did you finally master that tricky coding language? Treat yourself to a celebratory donut? Did you simply survive another day in the corporate jungle? You go, girl!
In a world that often tells women to downplay their accomplishments, it's more important than ever to acknowledge our successes. So, keep a running list of your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Share your accomplishments with your support network, and allow yourself to feel proud of how far you've come.
Remember, you are capable, you are worthy, and you deserve to shine.
Now let's talk about one of the most powerful tools in our arsenal, each other.
That's right, ladies. I'm talking about the incredible power of female friendship and mentorship.
In a world that often tries to pit us against each other, hello, reality TV, it's more important than ever to build each other up and celebrate our collective awesomeness.
Remember those amazing women we talked about earlier? The Oprahs, the Reshma Saujanis, the Mindy Kalings of the world.
Well, guess what? They didn't get there alone. Behind every successful woman is a tribe of fierce, supportive women who have her back, cheer her on, and remind her of her brilliance, especially when she forgets, which happens to the best of us.
So how do we cultivate this magical sisterhood of support? Section 2, championing each other because rising tides lift all boats.
It starts with a simple shift in mindset. Instead of viewing other women as competition, let's start seeing them as allies, collaborators, and potential partners in crime. Let's celebrate each other's victories, offer a shoulder to cry on during setbacks, and lift each other up, always.
And here's a radical idea. Let's make it a habit to compliment each other. Did your colleague just deliver a killer presentation? Tell her. Did your friend just land her dream job? Pop some champagne and celebrate. Let's spread the love, ladies, and watch as our collective confidence soars.
Remember, when one of us succeeds, we all succeed.
Section 3, paying it forward. Mentorship as a two-way street.
Now I know what you're thinking. Mindy, I'm still early in my career. What wisdom could I possibly offer someone else? Trust me, you have more to offer than you realize. Mentorship isn't just about dispensing sage advice from atop a mountain of experience, although that's great too. It's about sharing your journey, your struggles, and your triumphs, and offering a listening ear and a supportive shoulder.
Maybe you're a whiz at social media and can offer guidance to someone who's just starting out. Maybe you've navigated a particularly tricky office situation and can share your insights. Or maybe you're just really good at listening and offering words of encouragement. We all need a cheerleader in our corner.
Remember, mentorship is a two-way street. We all have something valuable to offer regardless of our age, experience, or job title. So reach out to someone you admire, offer your support, and watch as the magic of mentorship unfolds.
Section 1, the future is female and fabulous, embracing our power.
So there you have it, ladies. We've talked about the challenges, we've celebrated the triumphs, and we've armed ourselves with the tools and the mindset to thrive in any industry, regardless of how many men are wearing hoodies in the boardroom.
Remember that first day jitters scenario? That young woman in the pantsuit? Well, guess what? She figured it out. She ditched the uncomfortable outfit. Comfort is key, ladies. She found her voice, she built her tribe, and she totally rocked that meeting in her yoga pants and a blazer. Because who says you can't be comfy and powerful?
The point is, we're not just surviving in these male-dominated industries anymore. We're thriving. We're breaking down barriers, shattering glass ceilings, and rewriting the rules of the game. And we're doing it with our own unique blend of intelligence, creativity, compassion, and style.
Section 2, stay connected. The journey continues with soulful serenity.
But this isn't the end of the story, ladies. This is just the beginning. The journey to success is an ongoing adventure, and it's a lot more fun when we travel together.
That's why I created Soulful Serenity, to build a community of strong, supportive women who are ready to lift each other up, share their stories, and achieve amazing things together.
So, what are you waiting for? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join our tribe of fierce, fabulous women who are changing the world, one stiletto step at a time. Because the future is female, my friends, and it's looking brighter than ever.